In this video, I will show build realistic terrain with part, wedges, or plugins. Add relief to the landscape. Decorate the background of your map. A lot of build tips, and more. Wedges parts is really easy to use for beginners.
Hello? I'm Batman.
We will improve this platform with wedges only. Corner wedge can be also useful. Don't forget enable anchor. Oh, if you have created a terrain folder, put parts into. Wedges parts are used to make curves. Free to you to make the shape you want. Do not fill the gap, I'll explain why later. I'm still using wedges parts for terrain often. Yeah, I use wedges and plugins at same time. The spawn is annoying IDK. Why I duplicated it lol. No need to fill the hole I filled with the red part. Yeah, the grass will cover it plus less parts is better. Okay, rotate the part. And place it right here. This is now much better. Also, I'm going to change this ugly color. That perfect. Last step is cover with grass. BTW you can use the material you wish. Choose your favorite color. So do the same things with the other parts. You can do it. This is what we got. That very easy to create. Now I'll replace the old model with the new one. Okay, it's boring. Next lol. Okay, I do some changes as you can see. That was a little long.
Many hours later.
Finally, okay, let's continue. I decided to edit the platform where is located the zipline. So the thickness of the part must be 2 studs. I haven't forgotten to change the color. You need the plugin called Build V4. Link in description. Click on the part to duplicate it, then you can rotate it. You can also resize that part. So create the shape you wish. Now for the last edge, you need another plugin. This one. I strongly recommend to use 1 stud for this. Now click on the 2 parts to create one between. So we need to fill the top now. Like we did before, fill the top with grass or any materials. Okay, we need to fix this texture problem. Of course you can union these parts, but in this case you have to learn how fix Z fighting. You will see how easy it's to fix. But, to make it easier to understand, I change the color of each parts. Okay, so, now the height of each parts is 2 stud. If we change the size Y to 1.999, the red part will stop fight with other parts around him. Okay, I'm going to select another part. This time you have to resize it to 1.998. So use a different height for each part. Now is there no more Z fighting problems? Congratulations! Now I'm going to show many types of terrain, but also how to build them. The first 2 are easy to reproduce. After thinking about it, the third one would be 3/5. Minus 0.5 stud edges would be more 2/5. Yeah, number 5/5 difficulty here. What the? Okay, next. Because I already show how build this terrain type, I'll just speed up this moment. How to join 2 parts. Now for the last edge, you need another plugin, this one. I strongly recommend to use one stud for this. You should not use best guess. Here is the reason. I selected the best guess option. For the slate part, is there no problem. But now, let's see what happened with the grass part. You will see, it's pretty interesting. This mode can cause problems in some cases. Now, I'm sure you can tell that everything looks normal, right? But no, look right here. Now know why I don't recommend to use best guess. Now click on the two parts to create one between. Here is another method. Make sure the two parts are as close to each other as possible. Select the plugin resizer line. Now you can connect them. Congrats. This one is also easy to make. Select resize tool. Now, all the top parts must extend one stud outwards. Alright, now we have to use the plugin that we used previously. Yeah, I'm talking about resizer line. Now you can join parts. Okay, now I need to show us something. Instead of choosing resizer line, now select gap fill tool. Still with one stud, fill the gaps. Of course this variant uses more parts, but to be honest, I think it looks better. Now watch this. You see this? You have to be careful what I'm about to show you. By moving this part, look what we find. Yep, there are unwanted parts. We need to remove them. Perfect. Now verify with all others gap fills. Here is the result.
Oh my god!
Okay, snap to grid tool, use 0.5 value and move. But one quote can work also. Resize back the parts by one stud. Now press on Ctrl and reduce by one studs so that the parts no longer exceed. Now use a wedge and place them on each edges. Okay, as you can see, the wedge part is slightly larger than the part. And that's more problematic than what you think. Now listen closely. So we have to remove the red part that I highlighted. First, select this part right here. Now copy the size value which corresponds to the length of the part. Then paste the value of the part inside the wedge. Like this. Make sure to replace correctly the part. Repeat this operation if necessary. Use resizer line. Now you know what you have to do. Last thing, you noticed this ugly thing right here. It's also pretty easy to fix. So use a part with the same color. Then place it on one of the two wedges. Resize it. The parts must cover everything that sticks out. Click on negate this part with this negative part. Now unions the two remaining parts. We got a very clean result. But, y'all, this step is the last one. Do this only after you finished to join every edges. This one is very similar to the +1 stud edge. Simply reduce each parts by 0.5 stud inwards. And remember, if you hold down the Ctrl key while dragging, it changes the dimension of the part on both sides. And now, fill gaps. It looks perfect. Let's continue. Okay, you need a wedge. Its size must be X, 4, Y, 2 and Z, 2.5. Now we need a part. The part sizes X, 4, Y, 2 and Z, 2. This apply only if the top part is 2 stud height. Okay, let's admit that you want the green part to be 3 studs high instead of 2. It's a little different if the top of your terrain is 3 studs high. I will explain why right now. We just have to resize the part, yeah, that all. Now look what we got if I try to place the wedge in the part without changing their scale. Oh, yeah, that's really disgusting. To fix that problem, enlarge the part by 0.5 studs upwards and also to one side. Now you can place it on the wedge. Yes, it is not more difficult. Look at this. Oh my god, you made it. Place the wedge on a edge. Then use the part we duplicated and place it on the wedge. Make sure the part is right placed. So now when you placed it right, set back the part by 2 studs. Repeat the operation for each edges. You need now to use the gap fill plugin. Select one stud. Fill every hole like I'm doing. Woo, so good. Look at this. The texture is so. Oh my god, you made it. This. The texture. Select parts, put the right color, then union them. That's the final result. You can union the all and convert it into a mesh. I'm going to show this later.
With all thesis tips already, you can almost get this result. Yep, almost. You will see why later. Yeah, we can be honest, it's not bad, but we need to add something in the background. Wait, Christmas is now past, let me fix that right now. It's also not summer. I began by adding 2 slate cliffs. This will serve to separate the accessible area by the player from the area which will not be accessible. The most important thing will be to add barriers, mainly to correct potential backjump. So okay, you need a part. For this, don't hesitate, set 0. To reduce the number of parts, I advise you to use block-style terrain. If you add barriers in front of the parts, you can disable collision of them. If you like this video, you can subscribe, like this video, comment and share. Now, here is a time-lapse. I have nothing more to tell. So this is the result.
Wow, impressive.
Shut up, so.
Well, adding relief can really transform a map. With this wedge, I will place them on thesis slate walls. Yeah. The second one will be a bit smaller. Also, you should disable collision. Okay, this variant have been made with parts. Yeah, it's the block terrain style. If you rotate parts, it look completely different. The sand was too flat. With this wedge, I will create the edges of this ramp. If you press on Ctrl+R, the part will rotate.
Okay.
It's really easy to recreate. Alright, the video is enough long like that. No! A video that is too long may cause viewers to abandon it. I'm about to do a second part of terrain build style. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Spend time with your family, it's important. Now I'm going to touch some grass.
Weird.
Goodbye.